Hey, what's up? I guess I haven't done a video like this in a while where I'm not complaining or being elusive or high or something on Instagram or on YouTube Live. Only I think only probably 10 people or 20 people caught that about a week ago. Well, I was fucked up and I went on YouTube Live and I was like taking a shower, but I mean I wasn't naked. Yeah, I mean, well, I was naked, but you couldn't see anything. You know what I mean? I wasn't being that's stupid. But I was like just being a dumbass. I mean, I guess it was funny. People were having a great time. You should join me next time. I should do YouTube lives from taking a shower more often. No, but anyway, we don't need to get into that. So I got into a new sober living yesterday. It's fucking great. It's beautiful. People are amazing. Like, it's in a beautiful neighborhood. I don't need to talk about what city it's in or anything because I'm not giving away information anymore. Certain people want to keep tabs on me, and that's why, you know what, you can analyze this blurred out background in cinematic mode if you want. I don't know if somehow you can do a Google image search and find out what that building is and what city I'm in. If so, if you're that great of an internet sleuth, then that's awesome. Congratulations, you did it, man. Or woman, or girl, or whatever you identify as. But anyway, yeah, so it's great. I just went and got some coffee, and I was walking, and this guy was in front of a barber shop, and he was like, "All right, let's do it, babe. Say hi to Stefan for me." And I was like, "Is this motherfucker talking to Aisha Curry?" And he's like, "They're like cheating. They're doing it. They're about to do it, baby." And then he's like, "Also say hi to Stefan because he wants to keep his business." And he's like, Stephen Curry. So he's like, and they got a thing worked out. So that's pretty much what's going on. That's the hot dirt around here, is that Aisha's cheating on Steph, but they're keeping it cordial. So yeah, that's the hot celeb gossip for the day. But yeah, I'm excited to be in this new place. It's amazing. I'm actually walking a few miles to a meeting right now. It's not like a huge city, so there's not a ton of meetings, but I also don't have much to do right now as I just moved in yesterday. So I'm excuse me, I'm only going to go to a couple meetings today and then start looking for a job and shit. Something, not too crazy. But that's the thing, man, is it's been a year since I started. I mean, it's been a year and a half. A year and 5 months. Yeah, a year and a half pretty much since I did the first interview. And then it's been a year since I went to my first treatment, which was bullshit. But the first place was bullshit. But yeah, dude, so I've been to like a couple different IOPs. I've been to like 4 different residentials, like 4 different sober livings. And like, some places were better than others and worked out more than others. And I didn't have many complaints about. But still, eventually, I'd like fuck up or I don't know. And they say like location doesn't matter and all that stuff, but I don't know. So I wanted to come back to the area that I'm from, I'll say that much, and be near family, and stuff, and places where I know how to get around, and the transit system's pretty great in my opinion. So yeah, being down in LA, man, I was just like, where the fuck am I? And it's getting like hot and shit. Dude, weather's beautiful here. Oh, so yeah, I'll get into that in a second. Remind me, like I'm talking to somebody. Hey, remind me to tell you about Bakersfield. Anyway, so yeah, I've tried. In the last interview I did, I was just kind of like giving the rundown of being in different rehabs. I noticed some comments. People are like, "This unappreciative son of a bitch. He gets like a free ride and all this shit. He can't even fucking hold it together." And it's like, yeah, no, totally. Trust me, it's going on in my own head. I don't need you to say it. Like I don't already feel bad enough, right? Like I'm like I can't just turn the switch off and go, okay, I'm going to be sober now. I'm not going to think about drugs. I'm not going to do them. Or because I have such a great situation and I got such a great opportunity, well, that's it. All right, we're good. In fact, if that was the case, then I wouldn't even need to go to the places. I'd just be like, oh, well, I got the opportunity, so fuck it. But anyway, so yeah, I've picked up little bits here and there from each place, and I feel like I'm a better person now. I mean, I went from using pretty much almost every day for 10 years, besides a few little stints of sobriety, and but not real sobriety because I still drank, I still smoke weed or whatever. And so I just, what do you call it? I went from that 10 years pretty much to like, okay, now I can get a couple months or a few months, and then I'd fuck up, something would happen, I react to it, and I'm not making excuses. I can't do that. Obviously, it's not a free pass. It's not like go the rest of my life like, oh yeah, I got a few months sober and then I, did heroin for a few days, so it's cool, I get it, and I want to stay, sober long term. So that's why I'm in sober living. I'll be tested with UA's, urinary analysis, to make sure I'm staying clean completely. Can't even smoke weed, which is fine, whatever, it's all good. Still got cigarettes, and I guess I drink more coffee when I'm sober, so that's whatever. I just can't be doing some days I drink 4 fucking cups of coffee in the morning, and then by 2 or 3 p.m., not a.m., I'd be like, ugh, fuck. So, yeah. Okay, Bakersfield. So, over the past month and a half, pretty much, I came back to the area I'm from and was trying to get into sober living, and was staying with my parents and shit, and then Airbnbs and hotels and everything. I keep fucking up. Every couple weeks I go fuck up for a few days, and then I catch myself. And so this last time I had what do you call it? I went to the sober living to test to get in, and they were like, "No, fentanyl's still in your system." And I had my car, and so I was like, "Fuck this shit! I'm gonna go get high," which is totally stupid. It prolongs the inevitable of not being able to get in there to be able to get in there. And so I what do you call it? I say that so much. What do you call it? Totally lost my train of thought. I guess it was I don't know if you could hear the cross walks noise distracted me. So anyway, I take off and I fucking go get high, and I'm staying in hotels in San Francisco. I was looking through my camera roll, and I got pictures of places I went to eat, and fucking a view from the top of a mountain that I hiked or some shit. I fucking can't tell you where it was or what the name or anything or how I found it, but I was there. I got pictures, and so yeah, I was like, that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of bad, but anyway, at least I got the pictures. So, and at least I was having at least I wasn't at least not the type of person I'm yeah, I'm gonna go fuck up, I'm gonna go rip somebody off, I'm gonna go rob a bank or go get a hooker or something, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go on a hike or eat some food. So whatever, not saying I'm better than anybody, but I'm just not this bad guy that's yeah, let's fucking get in the dirt, But now let's get to the dirt does get to me. Or I get in the dirt, whatever, don't matter. Whenever I see a dog fucking rolling around on the ground and shit, I'm like, God, fucking dirt dog. The dog's gonna be so dirty. I'm glad it's not my dog. Then it would come in my house. And anyway, so yeah, I was being a dirt dog in Bakersfield. So I was going down south in my car, and all of a sudden, dude, it just starts smoking, and it was smoking through the fucking vents in the car. And so I'm like, shit, dude, I had to pull over, I had to get it towed, stay at this fucking Motel 6 in this place, Lost Hills, California, which is nothing. There's fucking nothing there. So I'm just stuck. And then I'm starting to withdraw because I run out of drugs. Eventually I get, clean enough to get the car to a dealership or a fucking mechanic and have them check it out. And then I'm staying in Bakersfield. Ooh, did you hear that? It wasn't a gunshot. It was some guy slamming his fucking... Damn, that's loud. Anyway, maybe you can't even hear it. But trust me, it was loud, all right? I'm not fucking with you. Anyway, so yeah, I get to Bakersfield, and I drop the car off, and I go check into this Motel 6, and sure enough, I'm walking to my room, and I see off in the distance fucking Tent City, and of course in my head I'm like, ooh, now that's somewhere I could probably go to find drugs. And I think I lasted a few hours in that hotel room watching The Office, eating some McDonald's. Maybe it was McDonald's. Maybe McDonald's set me off. Right? Maybe I'll blame it on them. No, I'm just kidding. It's my own fault. But, yep, I walked over there, and sure enough, I wasn't out of that room for 3 minutes and found somebody that had exactly, fentanyl blues, the fake blues. And I was like, boom. So for the next few days, I'm smoking meth with a deaf homeless kid. I'm hanging out in some fucking built fucking, I don't even know what the fuck to call it, this girl was living in. She's got kittens that she's taking care of, and she's fucking smoking meth, and she's like, my fucking phone's broken, I need to call my mom to get me a new phone because I can't watch YouTube or porn. And I'm and then she's going off about how how like every girl has a soft spot in their heart for like a chubby guy with tattoos and all this stuff and a beard, and I had like a big beard. I shaved it off recently. Well, as you can tell from the last video. But anyway, she's going off about all this shit, and I'm just like, I'm not fucking far gone enough to where I'm like, well, here's my new girlfriend. I'm gonna live in a fucking tent city. You know what I mean? I'm laughing, but it's not funny, right? But I'm laughing because I have enough sense to be like, hang out with her for 30 minutes and be like, all right, see you. Not interested. Sorry. Anyway, see how I'm hanging out with these people, and then it got to the point where I was just. I think I was up for 3 days straight, and I was just getting sick of being around these people. And then I found out my car was fucked. And then I called like a yard, sold it to the yard for $600. So I had $600 in my account all of a sudden, plus a little bit I had left over. So, I could have just gone off the rails for a little bit longer, but I caught myself and I was like, all right, I need to, stay in this hotel room and just watch some TV and fucking, detox off of everything. And so I did it, and then I got on Amtrak, which was a whole ordeal. All right, this is too heavy. You got to buy a box and put this in a box and blah, blah, blah. Like all this dumb shit. And then I'm like carrying a fucking hamper full of clothes I got really nervous. I didn't think I was going to be able to get home for a sec, but it worked out. These Amtrak, man, they really, like, on the train, they kind of don't give a fuck as long as you're not being stupid. Off the train, they want to harass you and be like, man, you got to do this and that, because they're there to, I'm not even going to get into this jerk. So I get home, and on the Amtrak, I drank because I wanted to pass out, and which I did for 4 hours. It did the trick. And it was like a 6.5 hour, 7 hour ride. So, yep, finally got home, hit my parents up, even though they were kind of, upset with me, but they care about me and they love me, and I'm grateful for that. And so they were like, yes, you can stay with us. Went to the place again, sober living, still fentanyl in my system, and the dude's like, hey, like, fucking drink a bunch of water, like, don't use, just keep it up, and test again tomorrow night. I had a test on me, and so I did that. Sure enough, next night, boom, negative. Went in yesterday, boom, negative, got in, moved all my shit in. Fuck did I do last night? Last night I went and fucking got this burger, which I was like, it was like $20 for this burger. It was like brie and arugula on the burger, brioche bun. And then it said onion and bacon jam. And so I'm like, oh, onion and bacon jam. Yeah, I can do that. I'm not a huge fan of onions, but yeah, I know what the deal is. It's a jam. These motherfuckers, it was like a shit ton of grilled onions, and they sprinkled some bacon on it, like a little piece of bacon. And then, like, threw some sweet sauce that was all runny and shit. Jam my ass, dude. I wonder if somebody walked by us. I'm like, jam my ass, dude. It's like some fucking Brandon Buckingham sus rapping in Chicago or whatever, if anybody's seen that, or Milwaukee, where they're doing a bunch of, like, gay raps to try to mess with it. See, I don't like YouTube stuff like I've kind of lost interest in Brandon Buckingham. I feel like it was more just kind of goofy funny before, and now it's kind of like, I'm not a huge fan of going to a area that you pretty much don't belong and kind of like messing with the locals, like, yo, I'm a rapper, and then spitting a bunch of gay shit to get a reaction out of them. Like, yeah, I mean, okay, I don't know. I'd be more interested in hearing him talk to the locals and just like have a conversation and get to know people. But whatever. Hey, maybe that's what I should do. No, I'm probably not going to throw myself in the middle of O Block in Chicago. But who knows? I do have an idea for like a new direction for the channel, but I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to be like one of those people that says he's going to do this and that and then never does anything. So I'll just do it when I can. I've already started to do some things, but we'll see how it materializes. And then I was like, oh yeah, like I want to do YouTube boxing. That would be cool. I'm actually over like I said I like got injured and I did it, and one was lingering for like a month, so I was worried like it was my back actually and my side, but I'm actually a lot better now. So I mean, we'll see. It doesn't matter. It's really not up to me, I guess it's up to me to build the channel, and then eventually if I want to do, box and some opportunity becomes available, that would be great. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not like a violent person, but I'd fucking love to go box some like other YouTuber or something. That'd be great. So we'll see. I don't know. It's fun to watch. Not really the Paul brothers or anything. That's not really fun, but the other people. Sam Hyde. That'll be interesting. So, yep, that's where I'm at now. I'm gonna walk into this meeting and all this shit. Um, but yeah, things are looking up. I'm gonna start applying for jobs tomorrow, just something chill, and work on this new thing I have idea for YouTube. It's basically going to be interviewing people, but I don't want to get into it too much. It's not going to be a soft white underbelly ripoff. It has nothing to do with drugs. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. Okay, the people who have messaged me are like, dude, you helped me like want to get on track or gave me hope, blah, blah, blah. That's amazing. Thank you. I'm very happy I could do that. Never thought that would happen, or that was never the intention. But that's great. I love it. Amazing. But the worst ones, man, is when I get these young dudes messaging me and they're like, yo, bro, I'm a heroin addict too. Like, we're the same. And I'm like, like, you only know a sliver of my life, basically. You're basically defining me by my addiction, which I'm not, I'm not going to get all like, oh, like, you're defining me by my gender or because I'm white or my addiction. It's not something like that. It's just like, there's way more to me than my fucking addiction. I mean, the fact that I've made music since I was 15 years old, nobody really gives a fuck about that because, tons of people make music and they fucking flood the internet with it and they're, yo, listen to my album, or get in your car and fucking, where's the aux? And, listen to the song I made, and it sounds like they're fucking at the bottom of a well singing through like a robot vocoder. But actually, vocoders are cool. I like Daft Punk, but not from the bottom of a well. So anyway, I got off track. The point is that I understand. I'm not like, but I'm past the point. I mean, I'm 36. I'm past the point of like getting frustrated over and be like, motherfuckers don't care about my music. Whatever. But it is interesting to me how over a span of a year I could gain 4,000 followers by being like, hey, I'm a heroin addict and here's my life and I'm a fuck up and I do this and that and I got problems, and that's more interesting to 4,000 people as opposed to maybe 100 people that maybe care about my music. So whatever, it's all good. That's life. It was fun making the album in April. I like listening to it. That's all that matters to me, really. I probably listen to it more than anybody. But yeah, so things are great. If you made it this far, bitches ain't shit, especially ones that hate their mom, right? All right, have a good day.